Packages. I get a lot of them and you guys enjoy watching me open them up. And today, I just so happen to have 4 more to crack open with you guys. And they are full of some pretty interesting stuff. And it's mostly things that I ordered from Whatnot, but then we have this one here coming from the Australian Zoo. Which means it came all the way from the land down under, pretty far. Flip me back over. But I think the one that I want to start with is this here, because it's something that I actually did on Whatnot a little while ago, and it turned out to be pretty crazy. And now also, you guys might have noticed I've been mentioning Whatnot a lot today, because they are also the sponsor of today's video, and if you guys haven't checked them out before, I say it all the time, but I definitely recommend them because I do order a lot of my stuff from there, and it's a place where you can buy, sell, and even auction off your own collectibles. And I know every time I talk about it, it sounds like an ad, but I really do just enjoy the app. And also, if you go through my link in the description down below, you get $15 off, and then I also get a little bit from that too, which greatly benefits the channel. And with that $15 off, you could practically get a free Funko Pop. And so anyways, let's get into this package here because I really am excited to tell you the story about this. Alright, so here is the soda that I ordered. And what happened was, it was one of those things where you could buy a soda, it was a roulette of 6, and you didn't know what you were going to be getting. And I was able to get a soda that I still needed the chase for, Squiddly Diddly. And what's a little bit different about this is that they actually crack them open on stream for you. That's kind of the whole idea of these ones. And I got super lucky and was actually able to get the chase that I needed. It is Squiddly Diddly with his saxophone. Come on, take a look at this. It really is a cute one, and I like that they kind of swapped it up a good amount instead of just making them like a different color or something like that. And I wanted to make sure it is actually a saxophone. It is! You found the chase Squiddly Diddly with saxophone, limited to 1 out of 1,250. A pretty limited can. Then everybody, next up here we've got this package, which is actually coming in from Thomas, who is a friend of mine. He held a stream on Whatnot a while ago, and it was for a charity. Oh, I'm not exactly sure what it was. It was so long ago. It was for something in Utah. I'll pop it on the screen, and I wanted to support, so I bought a couple things from the auction. And Thomas, I really do apologize. It was probably like about 3 or 4 months ago now, and I just found the package again. Oh, hold on everybody, it says on the paper, the Utah Food Bank fundraiser. That's what it was. And there's also a letter from Thomas that says, "Thank you, Tristan, enjoy the figures, and thank you for supporting the Utah Food Bank." Thomas, thanks so much for the letter. And now, let's get into everything that I got, because I believe there's a pop inside of here, as well as a couple Handmade by Robots figures. And if you've never seen those before, they're supposed to look knit, but then of course they are made of vinyl, so they do look handmade, but they're of course made by a robot. And so we've got Velma here, and this is their mini size. They're normally about, I don't know, yay big? Oh, and actually, now that I think about it, I think the larger thing in here isn't a pop, it's actually a bigger Handmade by Robot, the normal size that they have. And then the other figure that we've got here is Ahaha, Batman, a pretty cute one. And then I believe this here is, oh, right, this is actually a super rare keychain by Handmade by Robots, because every single one of their figures has this little like fake rubber tag, and they actually made a keychain to look like that. He only had 2 of these, and I think I got it for like 10 bucks or something like that. I had never seen one before. I had to go for it. Plus, it was going to a great cause. And then this is the other one that I got. Take a look at this. They're all keychains, and it's Scooby-Doo in the middle with a bunch of the villains from the show. Definitely a cool set to have, and now I have a pretty good amount in the collection. And now, the last thing that I've got inside of here, if I'm going to be honest, I don't actually remember exactly what it is. I remember the Scooby-Doo ones, but then this here, let's find out. Oh, right! It was the Emerald City Comic-Con exclusive Battle Damaged RoboCop. Kind of a weird figure, but it's the first exclusive one that I've got, so I figured I might as well go for it. And I feel like for Handmade by Robots, this is just kind of like an odd thing for them to make, so that's why I wanted to do it. I don't know, a pretty cool thing to have in the collection. And now, everybody, we've got this package here, which is actually another Whatnot one. Like I said, we've got a lot of Whatnot stuff today. And inside of this box here is something that I ordered from Savage Pops, who's probably one of my favorite streamers on the app just because of the amount of variety he's got. And if you haven't checked him out, I definitely recommend him. He does a stream every Sunday, and I was able to get some pretty cool figures a little while ago. Oh, right, I ordered one of these, then he tossed in the other. Also, I've got to say, Chris, you've got some great packaging. And I guess we'll start with the one that he tossed in, because this really is a nice pop. It is the Stadium Gabriel Iglesias, and it's signed. Definitely a neat figure to have. And then if you take a look on the back here, it's actually got the sign from the stadium, because I don't believe they could say Dodgers anywhere on here. That's why it says Fluffy, and then it's got his logo on the hat, and nowhere is the Dodgers one. But still an amazing pop, and this is actually something that he sold on his website, or you can also pick him up at the actual show, which is pretty neat. And also, I think the Fluffies in general really do have some nice sculpts. He's got about, I want to say like 9 or 10 of them done so far. It's a good amount. And then everybody, the figure that I ordered was one of the Funko NFT ones. I'd been looking for this one for a little while, and it is actually the Arnold Shortman Slimed. Because Nickelodeon does a lot of slime stuff, it's supposed to be like he was actually at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, which I thought was really cool because there was another one that you could also get, which I believe was the royalty for the entire set. So if you collected every single one of them, you got this figure. And it was actually Freddy Funko Slimed, and he was holding that Kaleidoscope Award that looks like the blimp. And now, of course, we've got to take this out of the case so we can see it a little bit closer up, because something that I really enjoy about these ones is that they're completely black boxes, which definitely makes them stand out on your shelf. And also on the back side here, you can see what the NFT looked like the digital one, and it's pretty cool how he's completely green like that. And I think the only other Arnold that I have in the collection is him as a banana. And then there's also Strawberry Gerald, so to have like an original one, I guess more normal than the banana, is a pretty fun thing for the collection. And also this is limited to 1,550 pieces, which is definitely a rare one. Super excited to have it though. And now everybody, it's time to get into the package from the Australian Zoo, because I really am pumped to check this one out. It's a Funko Pop that they kind of just like randomly dropped on their website, and when I saw they put it up, I had to pick it up because when I was younger, I was a big fan of Steve Irwin. I watched the show all the time, and now I get to see Robert Irwin, his son, on TikTok a lot. He's doing some pretty cool stuff over there. And so let's get into this and find out exactly what this figure looks like. I guess for you guys, because I purchased it, I know what it is. Alrighty, it looks like they packaged it pretty well. I'm seeing a lot of bubble wrap, and wow! This is neat! Alright, let's get this thing out of here, and I'll show you guys in the box before we take it out, because this has a lot of really great detail. Yeah, wow! Steve Irwin with Argo, the crocodile. Come on! Also, if you guys want to take a look on the back side here, that is what it looks like a little better, and it's actually based off of some really famous photos where he used to actually throw meat directly into the crocodile's mouth. And I believe now Robert is doing the exact same thing, and I'm pretty sure there's also a photo of Steve with baby Robert in his hand actually throwing it in too. It's really crazy. And so here it is, and I've got to say the crocodile has some really, really great detail. Like, might be the most lifelike one that we've got as a Funko Pop, and I enjoy how they made it so it wasn't like floating with a piece of like clear plastic. It's actually like connected to the crocodile's tongue. And then also Steve Irwin in general looks really, really great. He's kind of like stepping forward. There's also a bit of leaves on the bottom if you guys want to check that out. Some nice detail. Because from what I can remember, this is pretty much exactly what it looks like at the zoo with the leaves on the bottom. It's like a little bit higher than the water, and this is where the crocodiles would go, and they would do like a bit of a show, you know? That would also explain why he has the microphone on his face there, because that's what it would look like when he was actually doing this. So anyways, guys, some pretty cool stuff today, and I hope you guys did enjoy, and don't forget to go over to Whatnot if you haven't purchased anything yet to get your free $15 with the link in my description down below. But seriously though, this has been a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys did enjoy today's video, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow!